Hey, yo, what's good, y'all? You already know what time it is, right? Now, I'm going to jump right on into this. Now, today, I wanted to come at y'all with talking about the parables, okay? I want to try to describe Matthew chapter 13, okay? But I'm just going to talk about the parables of the sower, okay? So that's like chapters, the first chapter, chapter 1, starting up with the first parable in Matthew chapter 13, the parables of the sower. And I want to talk about the seed, y'all, because it was something that was very important to me as I was, reading in other chapters of the Bible, trying to study, because I believe that the word is your strength. You have to have the word daily in order to survive what's going on right now. And what I do know and what I do believe is what y'all don't understand is exactly what's going on. I know that we all going to have like different trials and tribulations that we're going through, but I'm telling you right now, if you ever make it to a certain level to where you can see the things that's going on, you can feel the things that's going on. I mean, I have a different way of trying to explain it, because it's not in a way of where you have to really expose anything, but it's in a way of telling you how to get through your trials and tribulations, right? Okay, so anyways, when you're going through things, for instance, I'll use an example of, there's things that's going on that doesn't make any sense at all, okay? Now, I'm dealing with certain type of spiritual warfare still. Of course, I told y'all you're going to deal with that daily. And with this spiritual warfare, you have it to where the enemy knows that you notice them now. They know that you notice them now. And so it's just like when the devil thinks that he can attack you, he always wants to do it in silent and sit back in the corner and laugh, and joke and play around and mess around, and he, because he likes to do evil. He likes to stir up stuff. But let me tell you something. With the parables of this sower, God speaks to you in Matthew 13 on how to deal with things, but not only how to deal with them, but you have to learn how to sow the seed, okay? You gotta learn how to sow your seed, okay? And what I got about Matthew, let's say Matthew 13. Let's say here, hold on, y'all, hold on. I always take y'all with me. I take y'all with me through everything. So anyways, there'd be a lot of stuff going on. I want y'all to know. So look, y'all. I came right here because it felt a little bit better, a little bit more trees and stuff. So anyways, I got to the point, I'm like, you know what, Lord, there's so many things that I want to say. But it's like you kind of want to come at the situation, a little bit more humble. God always spoke in parables because, it always kind of sorts out the uncleanliness, of what is really going on, and he that has an ear, that's what God said, let him hear. Because not only does he give you a parable, but he gives you those parables to let you know the truth, but also to take heed, to be careful for nothing, okay? So the first thing you have to believe, first you have to acknowledge that it is Jesus, okay? You have to have faith. And you have to have a faith of at least, you have to have a faith of a mustard seed. Like, you got to at least be able to have faith, okay, in order to be able to sow the seed. So like I said, when I thought of this story here particularly, I thought of all the signs of a person having kids, okay. Now, let's get into the story of Matthew chapter 13. Now, when I read this, I said, in my opinion, it's just like when someone plants a seed. You expect it to grow. Remember, before you can even plant a seed, you have to first be a believer, a receiver. You know, you have to have the Holy Spirit. Like, you have to be Holy Ghost filled. Like, you have to be able to have faith in order to even believe. You got to want to eat. You got to have that desire, you know, in your heart that, you know, that you for real, you know, that you really want this. You got to really want to seek him. You got to really want the truth, okay? Just remember that, all right? And faith comes by hearing, okay? It's funny because, well, let me go ahead. And when you hear, only then will you understand. So make sure, because sometimes people be looking for a story, right? But there's a difference between just hearing a story and hearing a parable. Some people try to get it confused, but those who don't believe, they only hear a story, but remind y'all, they will not be able to understand. Okay? So let me go here. The wayside. Okay? I wrote down that the wayside is the ground. The ground was too hard, okay? I feel like this child never had a chance. It was like it was stillborn, okay? A hardened heart, you know. I'm going to try to explain to you everything that I got out of reading this, okay? It's like, let me break it down. Just being out there in the streets or in the corporate world, okay? If you don't know what you're doing, you'll be eaten alive and fed to the wolves, right? Remind y'all, we perish from the lack of knowledge. Okay? We perish if we don't know what we're doing. You know? It's sad, you know, how you can be so careless and not paying attention, and you will fall for all the worldly things that's out there, which will lead to your demise by the Antichrist. You'll be easily fooled by Satan, y'all. You know? You'll be easily, quickly to make a dumb decision. Okay? Remind y'all of that. Okay? To me, I thought about Adam and Eve, how it was over before it even started, you know? She chose out of everything God had gave her. He gave them everything, but she still wanted to make that choice to do wrong, right? And it's sad that Adam was there before her, and he knew all of this already, and he couldn't even stop her. Like, you know, if I was Adam, I'm like, why you didn't go up there and knock that out of her hand and say, hold on, girl. I'm not finna eat on that apple. I'm not finna take a bite off that apple. And you just heard what God said? He gonna take all of this away for us. You know, and we'll die. You know. Anyways, you get what I'm trying to tell you? I'm trying to tell y'all that you have to make sure that you pay attention, okay? You have to believe. You can't think that all of this is going to come to you. You know? It's not easy. It's not easy to live out here in this world, you know, and then trying to do right, you know. If you want to do right, you got to make sure that you want to do right, okay? Make sure you want to do right. All right. Then I came down here to the stony part. You know, I was kind of thinking of the parable of the sword. Like, you know, you either take the red pill or the blue pill. You know, well, which one are you gonna do? You know, because I know y'all know right now we are living in a matrix. Y'all don't know we are. You know, we are already living in a world where they are among us, but if you do not have that spiritual knowledge, in that inner eye, right? It's like you will be just living your life, like they said in Revelations, and you will just be going on and on and on and on and on, and you will never be able to get through this, and you will never make it. You're going to be doing what you're doing, and God is going to be here in the blinking of an eye, okay? And you're still going to be doing what you're doing. You know, I'm trying to tell you how hard it is. It's not easy, y'all. It's not easy at all. You know, so much going on. But, you know, like I said, the devil is a lie and the truth ain't in him, right? So anyway, so I thought about the stony part right here, and it's like when I got to the stony part where God was telling the parables about how they dropped the seed, and this time when they dropped the seed down into the rocks, right? But there was no root. And I'm trying to remember this because I do not have the Bible with me, but just going off the top of my head, I remember, you know, that so blatantly. You know, the first one was the seeds got dropped down by the wayside, and the birds came by and devoured it. You know, you can just seem like I said, was stillborn. Like they didn't even care about where they threw their seed at. You know, where they didn't even care about even being here. You know, they were so careless. They just. I mean, don't you know you had a responsibility? You know, how can you just be so careless and not care about anything at all and just, you know, go about your day and just it's like you got caught slipping. Okay? And this stony one right here, it lets me know about, it's like being between a rock and a hard place. No roots. Okay? I thought about no right upbringing. Empty. With no ground. That's like somebody unstable. You know, no room to grow. You know, nothing to learn from or to catch on to. You know, that sounds like to me like a child that's without a parent. A child without a parent. You know, abandoned. You know, and left to figure it out. Nothing to count on. It's like you was being in the wrong place at the wrong time. I thought of it being like a hard knock life. Not enough love. It sounds like, if I'm thinking in like a child and a baby type of way, it sounds like as if this person had a miscarriage. You feel me? This person was easily misled. I felt like what was said when God said this, I felt like it couldn't even sink in that deep because only thing they can understand was like the surface. They didn't even get the meaning of what they heard. You know, it's just like it didn't click. Okay? When he was trying to explain this to me, this is what I got. You know, just think of a child being thrown in a trash can. You know, how could that parent do that? You know what I mean? Like a little throwaway. No sense of direction, no guidance, no leader. It's just like when a person be in a church and they really ain't even heard what that pastor said, you know, or really was listening to what he said, but you was so quick to say amen. You know, how can you jump and go, amen, and you didn't even hear what he was talking about, you know? Or then you turn around and go, what did he say? But yet you wanted to be like all the other people. Y'all, I'm going to tell you one situation that I did. And I was really little, you know. But this had happened to me. And I remember going to this one church. I'll say it like that. And when I went to this one church, I didn't even know what kind of church this was. But it was a church. I don't know what type of church it was, but it was a church that I went to, a little small congregation and everything. And when we went there, you know, it felt strange first and foremost, but you know, this person was preaching and everything like that. But As soon as we got up there in prayer line, let's just jump right into it. We get to the prayer line, and the pastor is preaching for everybody. And then guess what happens? He was touching people's head when he was praying for them, right? Tell me why they was falling out on the floor, right? They was falling out on the floor. They was laying down. And then I was looking like, what's going on? I didn't even understand what was going on. So as young as I was, I didn't know what was happening, what was going on. And then all of a sudden, right? He touches my head. And I was like, I didn't feel anything. I didn't feel nothing. Like I didn't understand why everybody else was laying down. And I was just like, you know what? I don't want to feel left out. So am I supposed to lay down too? So when he put his hand on my head, I just went on and laid on down, right? And then there was this girl right beside me over there. I said, hey girl, I said, how long we supposed to lay down here? I was asking her, I said, we supposed to lay down here a long time? I said, you know, everybody just lay. She's like, yeah, we just supposed to lay down here and then just wait for the pastor to tell us to get up. I was like, what? I was like, because I said, I didn't feel anything. I don't understand what's going on. And she was like, yeah, you know, when he touches, we're supposed to fall down on the floor. And we have to wait for him to tell us to get up. I just had to tell y'all that. You know, it's something when you sow a seed. When God sows a seed, when someone sows a seed, there's supposed to be power behind it. It's supposed to be meaningful. It's supposed to be, you know, something that you're supposed to be able to understand, because if you believe and that person has the Holy Spirit in them, and you have the Holy Spirit in you, y'all gonna be on one accord. You're gonna feel that spirit moving around in the room. It ain't gonna be no faking, because if you a real person and that person ain't real, ain't nothing gonna happen. You know, you're not gonna feel a thing. Okay, let's get on with the story here, and let's go down. Let's see where I'm at now. Now I'm at the thorns. Okay, now this is where some of the seeds that was sown, these seeds was thrown into the ground, right? But some came up, some grew up. But I remember the story saying some grew up, but some got some grew up. Well, it came up, but then some dropped on a thorn, and when it grew up with it, it choked them. You know, it choked them, and they died. You know, so it was just like what I was getting from it. It was just like, you let your good be evil spoken of. Okay, it's like you made your bed. It's like you was going down the right path, but made a wrong turn. Okay, you was like unequally yoked. Okay, it was just like you done came to a crossroad and you had to make a decision. You know, I feel like it was like you chose your path. It was like, be careful of the deception. You know, it's just like one bad apple could spoil the bunch. Like you committed suicide. You know, you came up, but because of what you was into, because of the path you chose, it's just like you, like I said, you made your bed, you had to lie in it. You know, you already made you already like drawn out your map that you wasn't gonna do the right thing. So now guess where you're gonna end up? Going straight to hell, right? Okay, it was like you allowed yourself to be in the mix of the wrong people. So when I saw that thorn and you came up and someone was good, but then you came up and then you end up, you know, going up with the thorns, and then the thorn killed them. It was just like, you know, how can something good be mixed with something bad? It's just like you can't mix the two. You understand me? It's like you don't fit in. It's like you're not growing where you're going. It's like it was a hindrance. You know, you got hindered from God's word. You're trying to hang with the wrong crowd. You're trying to be around the wrong people, and you know you're not like that. Okay? It's like a trap that you can't get out of. You feel me? It's like you knew what it took to have, you know what it took to have one, but you didn't want the responsibility. So that's like me saying in a child way, like you knew that you wanted to have one, but you didn't want to take care of the responsibility. It's sad, like, when you think about it and you see these seeds like the kids. It is like a kid. And I said that when I saw this, I had thought about, you know, the lost sheep. You know, it's something how, you know, that shepherd that had the 100 sheep, and I believe this was Luke chapter 15 off tops, verse 4. I'm not sure. Y'all gonna have to probably get your Bibles and try to look that up, but I believe it's Luke chapter 15, verse 4. Talks about how the shepherd had lost the sheep and stuff like that, and how the Pharisees and I believe it's the Pharisees and Sadducees. Don't let me get it wrong, but I know that they were complaining, you know. And it's sad because the way people saw this when this started off, I don't even have the paper with me, but I remember it's something how God started off in this boat to talk to people, and how people saw this as a pulpit that he had to speak in. But I saw it differently. When I saw the explanation of it, I felt like that God got out farther out in the wide and the open, so that way he can talk to the crowd, so he can be heard, you know, so everyone can hear him. But not even just that, you know, I believe that, you know, God is the church. You know, he had to preach anywhere that he was at. And for one reason alone, you know, if you think about it, his own people had closed the doors on him, you know. They closed the door on him, you know, and his own people in the synagogue. Like, they wouldn't even let him come and preach in the church. So imagine that, a man that is that great, you know, that the way that they treated him. So God would go wherever he went, and he, you know, he spoke the word. And like I was saying, he went out here in his boat to talk to these people, and, you know, he spoke the word. And when he did this, y'all, just know, I thought also, what profits a man to gain the world and to lose his soul? Y'all got to remember that you have to be able to follow the Lord, okay? And the good soil in this story was, I believe in all you're getting, you have to get in understanding. That's what it was telling me. When the good soil, when you had plant the seed the right way, you know, this is like for the chosen ones, you know, the clean. This separates the clean from the unclean, the upright, the ones who hears the word and understands it, the one who wants to grow. You know, when you hear the word, you know you have to have faith and you live it. Now, remind you when I say you have to have faith and you have to live it, you know, you're going to come up against a lot of things, okay? A lot of trials, a lot of tribulations. You know what I mean? Right now, I have a situation that's going on, and it seems like the most horrible thing that anybody could ever be put through, you know? And it's not about, it's about, the way you go about it is like this. It's not so much as you have to, like I said, call names or try to put this out there. But I'm trying to let you know in a Bible type way that this is revelations, okay? All right. The what you're going up against is you know, things and people that are, you know, they're not dumb at all, y'all. You know, these people look just like you. Y'all be looking for the devil to have horns, and y'all be looking for the beast, and y'all be looking for something like it's just gonna walk around with the, you know, the 3 numbers on them and everything, y'all. They're gonna look just like us, y'all, like normal people, y'all. I'm telling you, they are disguised just like you, okay? You're not gonna even, you're gonna get to the point where you're not gonna even can be able to tell humans from robots. You're not going to even be able to tell humans from aliens. You're not going to be able to tell anything, y'all, that's going on around you. Okay? You know, you're not messing with dumb people or dumb things that's out here in the world that's going on. You guys, this is really happening. Some of y'all right now can be sitting up in your houses and being attacked and don't even know it. Some of y'all could be driving around and going different places and just minding your business and don't even know it. You know, you sitting up there right now scared, right? You sit up there scared in your own house, terrified, right? Some of y'all probably think you're seeing shadows and demons and all that. You might be. You know, if you sitting up there, God right now, he does not like y'all worshiping and idolizing, you know. But I'm going to get on to that story in the next time. But I'm going to hit on it a little bit. But if y'all idolizing and worshiping things, you know, I'm not trying to knock what nobody do. But y'all need to watch it with this sage and this incense burning and these idol things that y'all using, you know, because the reason why it's not helping you and you can't pray to it and pray it away is because you idolizing it. You need to talk to God. You know what I mean? You have to be able to talk to God and stop worshiping these statues and these idol things that y'all trying to believe in, because what you're doing is what you're actually calling up on is evil spirits. You're opening that portal, that gate for demons to come in. So if you think you can walk around your house or wave sage around yourself or burn incense or have these crystals and all this stuff and praying to these, I'm not gonna name them, but bowing and worshiping statues and different things that man made a build or you might have built or you might have God, it doesn't matter if it's a stuffed animal. Okay, it doesn't matter if it's a necklace that you might wear. It doesn't matter if it's a shirt. Anything that you put more love into more than Jesus. Anything that you worship. It could be your own spouse, y'all. It can be your own family member. You feel me? It can be your clothes, your shoes. Some of y'all be like, this right here, this my, you be kissing your shoes, licking your shoes, putting your money up. I'm telling you, you might just think that it means one thing, but it's not. It's something that you really like worship in and put in like your all into. Like, stop putting your all into things that doesn't matter. Because what you're doing is you're inviting demons into your life and around you. You're inviting evilness in and around you. Okay? The demons that you're dealing with, I'm telling you now, y'all, they don't have no care. They don't have no emotions, y'all. These demons will actually pretend like they don't know what they're doing. They can do stuff to you and then turn around and say hi to you in your face, and you won't even know it. Okay, you won't even know it that these people are the ones that could be hurting you. It could be your friends. It could be anybody around you. It can be your neighbor. It can be your coworker. It can be anybody. And you know why it's anybody? Because demons hot bodies. They can hot bodies. They can go from this body to that body to that body. And if these people allow the devil to use them, you feel me? If you allow the devil to use you, then guess what? He's going to use you. And I wanted to say something else to the pastors and overseers and stuff like that. And whoever, is praying out demons, even the exorcist people that be, doing that, like priests and stuff, those kind of people, right? You guys got to make sure when you pray, I'm talking to the ones who don't know, even just people who praise and stuff, that's healers and stuff. Make sure when you pray for somebody, make sure that you are prayed up first. And make sure you tell the people around you, if these people don't have God in them, you make sure that you pray yourself up, and you make sure that you pray them up too, that they get prayed up too, because the demons hot body. So if a person is standing up there, right, and you praying for somebody, and this person is purging, right? And this person is spinning all these demons, because it's not, sometimes some people don't have just one demon. Sometimes they can have legions of demons. Sometimes they can have more than one. Sometimes you can say, what is your name? And they be like, my name is Nathaniel, and you be like, huh? So you telling me? Some people will tell you straight up, and y'all better know. Some people will tell you straight up. You ask them, do you got a demon in you? And they'll tell you yes. And they'll tell you their name. You be like, what is your name? Girl, I have this demon and his name is John. You be like, y'all better catch on to that, because people will tell you the straight up truth, and then you'll just laugh it away like, oh girl, you so stupid. You swear, man, swear. You got a demon in you? I'm telling you, you guys gotta pay attention, okay? I'm just trying to help y'all out, for y'all that be sitting up here and be tweaking, okay? Sitting up here and think you tweaking, sitting up here and I'm telling you, if you be having these irregular pains and stuff going on with you, you know, all over your little body. Some of y'all be talking about, oh, I feel like something is touching me. I feel like something is pushing me. I feel like something is going here, it's going there. You know, I told y'all a little bit about stuff like this in like my videos when it first got started and stuff like that, with stuff like that that's going on. But I'm just trying to let y'all know so that way y'all can be aware, okay? Y'all need to be aware. Y'all sitting up there, and those who don't believe, let me explain it to you like this. People out here, things out here, I can't even say people. Things out here are having y'all right now, this day, right now, okay? Y'all looking like the Sims. Y'all, I don't know if y'all remember the game called The Sims. You know where you have Sims and you have that little bar over you and you have that little energy bar you have, or like, you know, where you can make your own little family and like your own little, you know, humans and stuff like that, your own little people you want to try to control and have them to do certain things, or you can sit up there and you make your little make-believe this, and then you try to control them and do stuff to them to see, you know, how they react. You know, sometimes they you know, whatever's going on, wants to try to get a reaction from you by doing things to you and trying to figure out the way you breathe, trying to figure out the way you sleep, you know, watching you while you sleeping, while you eating, while you showering, while you bathing, all kinds of stuff, y'all. But for those who do not have that spiritual knowledge and that inner eye, you might not know these things. I'm telling you this now to warn you. I am not on here to scare you. This may not resonate with everybody. Like I said, God spoke in parables. He that has an ear, let him hear. Okay? That's all I'm going to say. Let him hear. And those that don't, you know, I'll pray for you. I pray for y'all right now, the ones that is dealing with demons. You know, right now, Father God in heaven, our Father who art in heaven, hallowed thou be thy name. Y'all make sure y'all break these prayers down, because when you say these prayers, make sure that you do that. Okay? You have to pray continuously. Okay? Pray continuously. Okay? You can't pray one day and think that it's not going to work. If you're not on your knees, pray everywhere you go. Okay? I'm telling you right now, these demons are strong. They're not giving you not a moment's chance to rest. They're not giving you a moment to sleep. They're not giving you a moment to do anything. Okay? I don't know about all this, whatever dimension you in, whatever level you on. I just think about is your relationship with God and how close you are with God. Because however close you are, stop trying to look and see if someone is holier than thou, or, you know, whoever God choose to do whatever mission that they're supposed to do, you know, he'll let them know. Y'all stop trying to figure out whoever the two witnesses are and whatever is going to go happen in Revelations, okay? Because let me tell you this. We are witnesses of God ourselves. All of us. Our story is our testimony, okay? If you're still here right now, you're a living proof, and you're not even being thankful, okay? We have gone through this pandemic. You know, we are still going through this pandemic, and we are still here right now. These things are going on. Everybody's still trying to live life. Y'all don't see the famine that's going on. If y'all do not see, I don't know, y'all may not see. Y'all may not see the white horse. Y'all may not see the deception. Y'all may not see the red horse, the wars, the rumors of war, the bloodshed, all this stuff, all the gunfire that's going on. You guys, the stuff that you're seeing that people are just doing like out of nowhere. You guys are not even noticing what's happening. You guys, the signs in the sky. God said he would give us signs. He's given us signs to warn us. You know what's good and what's evil. You know, stop trying to call out what you think. You know what, you can't go off of what you think, okay? This is not what this is supposed to be about. Whatever I'm talking to y'all right now, it's all spiritual, okay? You can't point the finger at nobody, and you can't point the blame at nobody, because when the Antichrist is here, okay, I'm going to say it right now, the Antichrist is here, and they have their legion of demons, and they are walking among us, y'all. Y'all do not think it's here. It's here. Those who cannot see is because you do not have God in you. And I pray that y'all get them, y'all. I love y'all. All right? I love y'all so much. You know, the only thing I can say is I feel sorry for you. But, you know, right now, I know God don't want me to feel sorry for you no more. Because you know what? I teach y'all and tell y'all that God is love. But you know what? Let me tell you something. When he gets mad, his anger is a whole different thing, okay? I'm reading up on something right now, and y'all, I definitely would not want to be in God's way. When God's wrath. When he's angry, the way he was talking about Israel when he made them an example, I'm telling you, I'm reading up on this right now. And it's just like, it gives me the chills because, you know, it's something when God tells you to do something and he tells you to stop doing something, you have to stop doing something. How are you going to expect a miracle or a blessing to come if you still want to do wrong? How are you going to expect to sow your seed if you still up here doing wrong? You can't have one foot in and one foot out. Okay? Why you think I told you I had to change everything that I was doing? Okay? You can't sit over here and say, I'm a rap for God and I'm a rap for the world. You can't sit over here and say, I'm going to do this one day and do this another way. You like wishy-washy. You know? You just can't do it, y'all. You just can't do it. You can't do it. You can't do it. You know, some people, they give up when they can't get in, they can't understand. They feel like it's too hard, so they just like, I'm going to join the party. You know, I'm not on here to judge anybody. I'm not on here to talk about anybody. And I'm not on here to single anyone out. I'm just up here to give you hope, you know, to give you my testimony and try to let y'all know to be careful for nothing. You know, you gotta wake up, y'all. Some of y'all that think you woke, you're not. You're really not. You may be in a long dream, but you ain't awake. You may be in a matrix, but you're not woke. All right, and I'm going to share this one last thing. All right, y'all. I had a dream. And those who can tell dreams and those that know dreams, it really, it wasn't a dream. My bad, y'all. It was a vision in plain day, okay? You know, I was going back and forth and I was talking about, you know, about dreams, you know, going back and forth and stuff like that. And all of a sudden, in the middle of the day, I had a vision, okay? And this was on, I think it was Friday on the 13th, I think. But anyway, the vision that I had, I saw this family, okay? I didn't see faces. I saw images. I saw a family and I saw this woman. And she was sitting like this, like kind of like if she was looking down with her head down like this, sitting, right? And I saw this girl and she had her hair pulled back in this ponytail, but she had like this little swoop in the front and whatnot, and the ponytail hanging down in the back, right? And she was pushing on something on the floor, like, you know. And then I saw this little boy. He was like probably like a teen, and he was doing the same thing she was doing and pushing something on the floor. But on the other side, they was on both opposite sides of the room. All right? And it was just like a lot going on. But then this old man appeared. This is what I couldn't understand, but I mean, I haven't chopped it down yet, but there was an old man that appeared. He was like, he looked like he could have been a grandfather. You know, I couldn't tell if he was a father or a grandfather, but, you know, but he appeared very clear. He was dark-skinned, and he was bald in the top, but it was like his hair was like kind of gray and almost white around the sides of his head. And it was like, but it was like wavy, but it was like good hair. And then he had a long beard. He had a long beard that was like wavy, but it was like curly. It was like good hair. I couldn't tell, but it was like good hair, right? And he appeared and he was just sitting like this. Okay? And he was just sitting over there, almost like the thinking man. And he was just sitting, right? And he appeared, and me that had the vision, I was outside of my vision, like I was trying to get the family's attention, and I'm like, hey, do y'all see him? Like, do y'all see this man? He's sitting over here, and his face looked like he was alive, but the rest of his body was looking like it was like turning into bones, like it was decaying or something like that. Like I was wondering, it almost looked like to me when I was trying to explain it, was looking like life after death. Okay. I couldn't understand, but I wanted to get the family attention. I was like, hey, you guys. And it was just like, they was just too busy doing whatever that they was doing, that they missed this man that came. Like, it was just like he came to see them, but yet he was trying to tell them that he was tired, or he was trying to let them know he was there, but he didn't have to say nothing. But the thing is that they were so busy doing whatever they was doing that they didn't even pay him no attention. Okay. And then I might not say it in order, but let me tell you what else I saw. Okay. I saw something that looked like it was like a moon to the sun and the sun to the moon. It was just like it was like the sun went up and it turned to darkness, and then it went back down and turned to light. It was like light to dark, and dark to light, and then light to dark. Okay. Then I seen another thing. Excuse me if I don't say it in order. I seen okay, I think after the granddaddy too, I saw, it was an image of a person. I don't know if it was a man and a woman, but they was holding on to like the horse latch. You know, the thing that's onto the horse thing with the bit in their mouth, but it's like the strap. Okay, they was holding on to the strap in front of the horse, standing there. But they was standing there and they was holding on to the horse, and all of a sudden they let go of the leash, and like they disappeared. But then the horse was just like, it was just jumping up in the air like this, like in place, but it was like trying to like gallop in the air, and it was a white horse. Okay, an all white horse. All right. And then I seen another thing to where a bunch of people was sitting around. Okay, and that left. And then I saw a hand. Okay, this hand came out like this with it was like a tray with a top on it. You know how the servers are? A server, like a waitress, like a server. And the hand was like holding the server's tray like this, right? And then that disappeared. It was like a bunch of just different visions, okay, of things. And then I was tripping, y'all. Then I saw, what else did I see? You know, I don't want to get all the way to the end until I can remember everything that I saw, y'all. The horse, the waiter. Okay. Then I saw what was strange, y'all. It was like a table. Okay, it came to me. The same image came to me, right? It was round on the top, and then it had a long thing like this, like a long thing like this, but round on the top, right? It was the same image, but it described to me in a different way. It showed me it three times, but it was the same, but it described me three different ways. Like it made me see it, flashed it 3 times. So the first time that it told me, it showed me a table. So it appeared, and it said, you know, whatever the vision was saying to me, it was a table. Then the same image of the round table appeared again, and it was a fountain. It looked like a fountain, like water was coming out, like, but it was like the only thing glowing. It was like in the middle, but it was like pure, you know. It was like this fountain that almost made me think of like a bird bath, but it was like a fountain of a fountain that had water coming out, and it was in the middle, but it was pure. So it was just like a table over here, the fountain in the middle, and then over here it was just like, it was dark, but it was like the top of it was like clouds, and the table, it was like the top part of where the clouds was, but it was this dark black tornado. It was like a black tornado that was just going around and around and around. It was like, if I was explaining it, I would have said it was just like, I saw the table that, like, I would say, you know, God prepared a table before your present enemies, and then here I see the only thing that's pure, like purifying something. And then over here I see the storm, like this storm. I just couldn't explain it. But, you know, I had, like I was telling you, I saw a vision of these 3 things on Friday. And I couldn't understand why it was just coming to me. And I start crying about this guy, because it just was like, I know when I start tearing up or I cry about something, it's like it's real. So when I have real dreams that come true, I always cry. So anyways, I wanted to share that vision with y'all. I don't know who knows how to figure out dreams and who interprets stuff like that, visions and stuff, but I wanted to share it with y'all, what I saw. I don't know if I missed out some of the vision, but I believe that was it. I'm trying to remember everything off top because I wrote it down, but I came to talk to y'all off the whim, meaning that I wasn't even ready. I just threw something on so I can be able to look somewhat presentable to speak. I love y'all. It seems like I'm always like talking to y'all when I don't feel 100, but to me, you know, God is good, y'all. You know, you might not see what that person is going through on the outside, but always remember it's the inside that counts. You know, make sure y'all apply that to life, because it's a lot of people that gets judged by the way that they look in the outside of them. But try to remember that that person has a story. That homeless person has a story. That baby has a story. You know, start trying to love one another, y'all. Stop going on this race thing, you know, this race hunt where y'all different cultures and races don't like each other. I really wish y'all would stick together. You know, same thing out there in the streets with the gangs and the colors and stuff like that. Y'all start trying to love one another and stop killing each other up. You know, some of y'all out here need to stop this doing random acts. Stop with this jealousy and hurting your baby mothers and your baby fathers and taking the lives of different people. If you feel like that there's a demon in your family or your child or somebody, call somebody. You know, it's not up to you to try to take the demon out of somebody, because the demon end up looking like it's you. Because the devil comes to steal, kill, and destroy. And if you feel like you had to try to kill somebody in order to, you know, you saying that person had a demon in you, but it looked like you had that spirit yourself. If you had to feel like, I had to get rid of it, no, y'all just, if you can't handle stuff, if you got, you know, PTSD, if you have a problem like with mental health, or, you know, try to get some help. Try to talk to somebody. You know, this is a very sensitive subject because, you know, I was in people's lives and stuff like that, and that, you know, I shared these things with, and I went through people with this stuff right here. And a lot of people, you know, don't really care about people who really, you know, goes through things like this. But it's the truth. You know, we have things out here, y'all, that can make us upset, and we can get angry, we can get upset. But y'all, you got to know how to try to, you know, keep your cool. You know, I know sometimes it's hard for me to keep my cool when things happen, because, you know, you're human. You know, you look at the principle of things sometimes like me. I'm just like, with spiritual warfare, I'm just like, why me? Why am I being attacked? But if you think about it, in so many words, you know, I'm not saying that it's okay or nothing, but, you know, God said that we'll be prosecuted for his name's sake. And I still ask them why. But, you know, remind yourselves, y'all, you got to have that relationship with him. I know we have a lot of questions, but talk to him. Go to God and ask him. Y'all think y'all want to walk this narrow path? Y'all think y'all want this life? You know, y'all think, I told you, you think you want the life of others, but you do not know what it takes to get there. You do not know that you have to crawl. You have to go through so much. I'm telling you, you know, it hurts, y'all. But you're going to go through a whole lot of things, y'all. And it's not easy. It's not going to be easy. It's going to be hard. You know, people think that it's easy to go through spiritual warfare. And a lot of times you're going to feel like this, y'all. When y'all going through it, you're going to feel like you cannot survive. You're going to feel like you're not going to make it. But you know what? Those times that you feel like you're not going to make it, drop down on your knees and start praying, because he hears you. God hears you. Okay? He hears you. You know, you might say, hey, are you there? Do you hear me? He hears you. But you have to just be consistent, okay? And believe. Have faith. Believe. Don't give up. Some of y'all out there give up. Take your lives. You know, I hate to hear that people take their lives and you know, they had everything going for themselves. You know, but one thing that I heard when I heard about this person that I don't even know that took their life, and it was one thing that was mentioned that I heard about it. And it was just like, please make sure you pray for the strong people. And when I heard about that, you know, I may not even knew the person or what the story about, but you guys got to pray for the strong people. It's so true, because do you know the people that you count on to be strong, the people that you count on that you can talk to, the people you can count on and get advice from, the people you think like, oh, you got it, man, he got it, or she got it, man, you got that. You know, I already know you can take care of everything. Y'all got to pray for these people, because you don't know what it takes to be that person, to handle your business, to be that person, to do everything, to run everything. You know, you think this person just got money, or just can handle everything all on their own, but they can't. Even a businessman goes through a lot. You know, even somebody that's high up got to go through a lot, y'all. People that's in position, they got to go through a lot. People that's out there fighting for you has to go through a lot. Okay? Everyone has a story, y'all. You know, I know there's people out there that don't have a heart, but those who do, just know to just keep trying, keep fighting, y'all. I love you. I don't want this to keep going on. Just remember, if nobody told you that you was beautiful, baby, remember that you are just the way you are, inside and out, okay? I'm letting you know like Jesus would, because the love in me, I want to share it with you. And I love y'all out there. I really do. Okay? And y'all take care of yourselves. Okay? Take care of yourselves, because I love you. You got to love yourself. Love yourself first. You know, if you got hate in your heart and you don't understand, you don't know why, talk to somebody. Talk to somebody before you hurt yourself, before you hurt somebody else, okay? You know, you want to turn your life around, you don't know how, just try to talk to somebody first, okay? Go turn yourself in, you know, go talk to somebody, you know? Go somewhere. Go to a church, you know? Stop by, you know, and ask somebody, you know? So just tell somebody you need to talk to them. You know, you're going to lose it right now. You know, you can't make it right now. You know, talk to somebody. There's people out there. There's people out here that can talk to you, okay? If you need a big sis, if you need a big brother, if you need somebody, you know, I'm pretty sure that there's somebody that can listen to you. I know that I would, you know, because if I can help a lot of kids and a lot of people who's misunderstood, I would. And like I said, I love y'all, and y'all take care of yourselves, okay? You know, spread love. That's what this is about right now. Love one another, all right? If anything that I taught you, just remember that I've always tried to teach you how to love. All right then. Talk to y'all later.